To the party. What's up, guys? I'm a little late. To the party, yeah. You sure? Oh, I'm a little late to the party. What's up, guys? There we go. AW Air World Order. Oh my God. What the hell was that? What's up, guys? Hope you're all having a good Halloween. So trick or treat, guys. Hope if you're dressed up, eating candy, watching horror movies. I hope you're all having a good Halloween. And however way you support it, it's only 2 hours left for Halloween where I am. It's 10 o'clock, so it's almost. Tomorrow is November to remember. No, I'm kidding. Happy Halloween. And yeah, I love Halloween candy. Well, honestly, I like Halloween candy all year round. So I don't really stack up on candy for Halloween for myself. I really just like Halloween candy in general. And yeah, yesterday we I did not do a stream, but yesterday we ended with a Halloween themed Marvel show with Agatha, and now we're gonna move on to other Marvel stuff going forward with Marvel for 2025. For TV side of things, yeah, this came out a couple days ago. Before tomorrow, I think came out Tuesday. It could be Tuesday night, which I'm casually surprised, shocked. It came out that late, and came out of nowhere. This Marvel Television teaser for upcoming shows for the future, basically 2025. Even though I believe they said "What If" it's coming out in December. So basically 2025, with the exception of "What If" season three. Season three, I think it says it's coming out in December, but we got an idea of what's coming out in 2025 from TV side of things, and it's a very jam-packed schedule. Now, I suggest we separate it from animation to live action, okay? Because there is animation and there is live action involved. Animation and live action involved in this Marvel television. So I suggest we separate the two, okay? Because I know there's people out there say, "Oh my God, Marvel fatigue! They're doing it again. They're doing it again." Maybe so. Maybe so. Oh, I just find blinded. I don't know where blinded is. I mean, I think he'll come on. Long link, but he's not. He should be here by now. Whatever. All right. Okay. So yeah. So the three live action shows are Daredevil Born Again, Daredevil Born Again, Ironheart, and Wonder Man. Okay. Bill Degrassi. And then the animation shows is yes. What if is December, but we got Eyes of Wakanda, Friendly Neighbor Spider Man, Marvel Zombies. Okay. Oh, I know. If Blinded comes here, I'll tell privately. But we knew that for 2 years that it was. We knew that for about a year and a half that it was going to be. It was going to be. Yaya. What's his name? Yaya. Yaya. It was going to be Wonder Man. And he's mad now. Okay. 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 Now, like one thing. Why are people upset? Why are some people? Oh my God, Marvel fatigue's coming back like 2021 all over again. Well, here's one reason I think it's very stacked 2025 for Marvel, with the movies included. There was a strike. You gotta remember, there was a strike, and the strike really hampered Marvel's schedule. Do you think some of these shows that's real? Yeah, you think some of these shows that's coming out next year were planned for 2025? No, some of them are probably planned for this year, and some of them are probably planned for last year too. Okay, the thing is, they're trying to cram as much in before Avengers Dynasty. Okay, that's the overall plan. It was try to cram much stuff in before Avengers Dynasty. Okay, and last year's strike really hampered Marvel's plans. Also, now that you all know, this is very preemptive. This is not. There's nothing whispers about this. Nothing speculation on this. But there could potentially be another actors and writers strike in 2026. So let you know. Now it may be post Avengers, but there might be another actors writers strikes in 2026 because I believe the deals they signed are 3 years, 3 year deals. Yeah. Oh, you didn't like after you didn't like. Well, yeah. The thing is, Ironheart's always been a black character. Wonder Man, him being black has nothing. Like him. First of all, Wonder Man is not white. By the way, I don't think Wonder Man's white. He has white. eh, I think my friend Degrassi said that he's kind of Korean. That he's Korean, by the way. I mean, are these people are complaining about these characters being black? Well, Ironheart was always black. Um, Falcon, Sam Wilson became Captain America in the comics, and Wonder Man. Yeah, they waste banned him. It's true, but you got to remember this is not really new with Marvel. They've done this plenty of times. Okay, look at. I mean, Agatha. Look at that, Agatha. Well, not specifically Agatha, but look at Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen. His character, Wanda Maximoff. They now they didn't change the color of the character, but they kind of changed the heritage, the culture of the character over time. Okay, they had their accent in the Age of Ultron, but as the show went on, as her character went on in the movies and the show, whatever, she got rid of the accent and she was so American that Madame Maximoff, you wouldn't even think this character is from so what's a planet called Sokovia. Okay, okay, okay. Um, and Why are you ruining stuff like that? See, that's the problem with. No, I'm not gonna go there. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Degrassi. Fucking Nick Fury was white, okay? Nick Fury was a white character. They turned him black. Oh yeah, they're gonna say, oh, it's a different, it was a different universe, Nick Fury. Then they use that. Yeah. Well, okay. And him being black, I guarantee you, has nothing to do with the show. Okay, it's nothing to do with the show or him. Okay. All right. Where is Blinded? Where's my friend Blinded? The thing is, he can't win with some of these people, and this is one side upset with that, but there's also the other side that on the progressive side, I'll say this, on the progressive side, saying saying Aaron Pierre is not black enough to be John Stewart. I fuck like seriously. You have Wonder Woman versus Wonder Man, like both sides. Oh, Aaron Pierre is not black enough to be Hal Jordan. And where is Blinded? Because I want to get his thoughts on Penguin. Now, I'm actually looking for Trevor Slatery. Is that his name? I want. Also, okay. This. Okay. Now let me get the calendar up. Okay. Okay. Let me get the calendar up. Uh, I'll just. Okay. I'll just use varieties. So where's the date? Oh, I don't want a whole fucking paragraph. There we go. Maybe. Here we go. This is better. This is better. This is better. This is quick to the point. What? That's a stupid question, Red. Stupid question. Why is Black Widow actress? Why is Black Widow Jewish? The actress is Jewish. Why is Iron Man Jewish? The actor is Jewish. That's a really stupid question. Okay. Totally. No offense, Red, but that's really kind of a dumb question. Okay. Why is Ant Man? Why is Ant Man Scott Lang? The actor is Jewish. What does that have to do with anything? There's a lot of Jewish actors that play non-Jewish roles. Okay. And why are you so offended by Wonder Man being a different color? Was he has nothing to his color has nothing to do with the character itself. You get a oh my god, I'm blinded.
What's up? I'm
I'm
doing
just
some
trolling. I know
work
you.
at the same time.
I don't like these Crestons. Red, I like you, buddy, but no offense, this is kind of a stupid Creston. Why is Wonder Man African? Why is Wonder Woman Jewish? Why? I'm just saying. Why is Iron Man Jewish? Why is Black Widow
Why is
Jewish?
Wonder Man I mean, well, why is he black? Isn't what's his name? Isn't he American or is he British?
Is it
Oh, I
Wonder
think
Man?
Shred is trolling anyway.
Yeah, I'm
But
just kidding. You know what, Red? I know you're trolling. I'm just taking on other people. I'm sorry, Red. It's just that people are stupid. Also, like I think
I
Wonder
mean, I
Man is
don't
not
really
white. I think
care.
Degrassi told me he's Korean, American Korean. Private.
Wonder Man?
Yeah, that's what Degrassi told me. If you're still here, Degrassi.
It. I really don't remember him being American Korean at
Okay,
all.
let me check.
I mean, he always looked like a white guy to me. And he's an older character too, so I mean,
I'm sorry, Red. I just hate people who are stupid. Like, you know,
because if he was Korean, why didn't they just do that in the show? I'm pretty sure he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
a
That's
white
what
guy.
Degrassi told me. Degrassi.
Because why would they race bend him then if he was an Asian character?
Yeah. Uh, I'm just saying, man.
Plus, there's a bunch of other stuff going on with Wonder Man. I mean, he's got his brother, and
Yeah, the Grim
let me
Reaper
check here.
character. It's so
Yeah,
stupid. You
Grim
have
Reaper.
Death and you have a character named Grim Reaper. It's so fucking stupid. Marvel. I mean, I know it's in
Well,
the comics, but
Death
it's so
is different. Is a little different.
I know, but it's really stupid. I mean, I saw the Agatha 2 episodes for now. They're not bad, but there's a lot of like there's confusion.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Wonder Man's a white guy.
Yeah, he is okay. Then why did that's what Degrassi told me to come. Why? Because he's funny. Um, but you saw that right? And no, I got the list. I'm sorry. Oh shit! Did I get me through the list?
Oh, why am I still Joe Rogan? I can't be bothered to switch the
I get
profile
rid of the
picture on my
fucking
phone.
list. Oh my god, when I added you, I think I deleted it. Oh, by the way, it's season 4 and 5. There's gonna be a fifth season. That's confirmed. That you know, Brad.
For what?
Daredevil.
There's gonna be a fifth. Oh yeah, there's gonna
Yeah,
be a second season. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was supposed
Will
to
it
be
get
one
more? Will it
season.
get another season? That's
It
what I
was
want to
actually
know. A
supposed to
third
be
one?
one season, blinded, but they split into
Yeah, it was
two.
split into two, but now they
Yeah,
just turned it into a second season.
yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, it's
That's
gonna be a
better like
popular
that
show anyway.
because
Might as
they
well.
were getting a lot of criticism for 18 episode season. Like, why? Like, you don't need to do it on a streaming service.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry. Here it is. Now, let you know, it's just I said 2025. Yes, but what if it's technically December? But this is the schedule, right? So Friday Neighborhood
Hmm.
Spider-Man has been moved to January.
Well, I
Daredevil's
don't think
March
it was
4th.
moved because people were pointing out that the head of Marvel TV said What If is gonna come out before Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
So it could be possible that this was always the case. Or maybe What If got delayed and maybe it was supposed to come out in November and then they just moved it to December. So I don't know.
Okay. So yeah, once again, Daredevil Born Again is Daredevil Born Again. It's coming out March 4th. That's what everybody the most looking forward to on this list. I could at least the live action aspect. I mean, um,
Hmm.
then you got Ironheart, and we'll finally get to debut Mephisto in Ironheart. Don't fucking mention his name. That's
Yeah.
all they did in Agatha. I thought they were supposed to introduce Mephisto and Agatha. The rumor was he was on set for Agatha. I guess it's not true at all.
Yeah, it was not
And the
true or it
Mephisto's
was cut.
and did you see the finale 2 episodes?
No.
Okay, can I spoil something for you? Why did I spoil some stuff for you though? Do you mind?
Well, I kind of spoiled
Okay,
something. I was watching a video, but
But you
Does
know,
it
okay,
have to do with the fact that the Witch's Road is not real? Because like I don't want to hear
yeah,
that
it's not
part.
real. I mean, this comes from
Because
Wiccan's
because
mind.
I because
Yes, that's
yeah,
true.
I know
But
that
that's not what I'm
part, but I
talking
don't
about.
know
You know,
what
on
else.
episode three, episode three, Jennifer Kale mentioned to Billy about Agatha's son and how she might have given him up to Mephisto for the Dark Code of, or he became the agent of Mephisto. Not
Right.
true at all. Never happened. Not true.
Mm,
And that's explained. That's basically in the finale. You'll see in the last episode. You'll see. It's
right.
not true at all. Not true at all. You do see his her son in the finale, but not what you think. It's more of a flashback stuff. But it's not true at all. It
Mm,
doesn't. Mephisto really has nothing to do with the show,
mm.
right? Okay, not true at all. It was a misled.
Yeah.
Agatha is doing very well, man. The ratings went up over the weeks. It's look. I'll say this: a blind. Okay, blind has seen the Penguin,
Yeah,
and
so I haven't seen episode 6 though.
oh, see it
I
before
haven't
see
seen.
it before Sunday, man. So we could do a stream together.
Well, hopefully because
Blind,
I think I'm gonna be on for the finale
yeah, 2 weeks next Sunday. Yeah,
because yeah, because
blinded loves the Penguin.
yeah, the Penguin is so damn good. Like, holy shit. I mean, I didn't binge watch it. I watched it like one
You
episode a
can't binge
day
watch that
since
show
Sunday.
because they're long episodes. You can't binge watch that
Oh, but
show.
it's hard not to, man. That
I
show's
know,
really
I
fucking
know,
good.
I know.
Oh man, that fifth episode, like like this is like you're like for was it the fifth or the nah, I'm kind of not. I think it was the beginning of the fifth episode. What he does, holy shit! I
Oh,
mean, the Penguin, they really made him into like holy
yeah.
shit. He's gonna be
You
entertaining
know,
to go up against Batman. Like this is
the
like you
thing
almost
is,
forget you're watching a show with Batman in
uh,
it. It's so
the
fucking
thing
good.
is, Agatha and the Penguin show are both based on villains, right? But the
Mm,
difference is, Agatha kind of becomes like Loki in the kind of becomes. Like, yeah, you can see it as the show
yeah.
goes on. I'll tell you. But Penguin's not going down that road.
No, no,
Penguin's staying a villain. Yeah,
he's a straight up villain and
yeah.
you know,
And he's turning that kid into one too.
Sophia Falcone, like
Oh
another
my god,
like that
episode
character
4?
too. Yeah, that episode 4 was crazy. Like holy shit. That was nuts. My God, holy shit. Like this show
That's
like
a
every this is like
that's Emmy
yeah,
award winning right there. That's that one
oh, if they don't
episode.
win an Emmy, that would be a fucking shame, man. Like I almost forget it's Colin Farrell playing the like it's like holy shit, like the accent and like his like every little detail. It's like at first you're like, oh, he got the limp, right? I can't remember if he had the limp in the Batman, but
They'll probably ally, and then Penguin, then Batman will turn on him and get him arrested, and his empire will fall.
no way, no way. I think he's gonna be just always straight up against Batman
Well,
because it's like the way they're setting him up. It's like he's a really like egotistical person. There's no way he's gonna be working with. I mean, obviously, you know, in the
no, he's
comics and
afraid of
stuff.
Batman.
I don't know. I think we'll see in the next movie because I feel like he's building up his ego a lot.
Well,
Like
he's
he's doing
creating.
shit.
He's.
He's the thing is like what I like about the
Oh
character
yeah,
is
yeah,
that
and
he always seems like he's like kind of stupid, but then he always
episodes
like impresses you. It's like really interesting. You're like, oh shit.
episodes episode 6.
Don't say anything.
Got
Don't
to,
say anything. Don't say
yeah,
anything.
but you gotta watch episode 6 for this stuff.
Yeah, I'm not. Don't say anything. I didn't watch
No,
episode
why
6.
would he use James Gordon Jr.? Like, I'm sorry, but no. I this is going to be red. I'm sorry. Why?
Um,
That's more
I
James
still want.
Gordon.
I think James Gordon Jr. could be interesting, but I just don't know if he's old enough for what they're doing.
Batman, like, I understand people's frustrations with Batman and Joker being used a lot, but you have to understand why Joker is used a lot in Batman. He's
I
like,
want. Well, I mean, this show pretty much confirms they are going to go down this gang war route, which I think is really cool.
and Joker
We
is
haven't
kind of
really
a,
got that.
and Joker is kind of a disturbance to a gang war. He is
Yeah,
chaos,
he
and
will be. He will be. I don't think he's gonna have his own gang, but I think he's gonna be someone who like fucks around with
I
all
think,
the different
yeah,
sides. I do
yeah,
wonder,
because he
like,
wants to just, he probably wants to destroy him because like he's chaos and gangs are about
because
order,
the
right?
one thing I kind of want, I don't know if they'll do this, but I really now want them to introduce Two-Face, so it could be Two-Face against the Penguin, because that would be wildly entertaining. Holy shit! Like,
I want to do. I they should. I want to do another show between part 2 and 3.
I think, yeah, I think they need to do another show with the villain,
Yeah,
because
not the
they
Joker. I
this
mean,
show has a lot
they
of
should,
stuff
they
where
should,
you're like,
they should
oh
do a
wow,
Joker
they,
show to f you the Joker. The
yeah, I'm not, I
movie.
don't know, I'm not interested in a Joker show in this
I'm just
universe or
I'm just
movie,
making
but
fun. I'm just taking
no, I
shots
know, I
there.
know. But I think if they did a, I think if Joker is a
No,
reoccurring character, I think that would be cool too.
Joker's show needs Batman. Okay, like that's. I'm sorry. Like if it's
Yeah.
because Joker, you can't do a prequel show for the Joker. Okay, unless you want to give him a name and all that stuff. But makes Joker good. Is yes, he's always been mysterious. Like
Yeah.
that's what makes Joker interesting. But the thing is, I understand why people are tired of Joker, but you have to understand why Joker is so important to Batman. Like they're the exact opposite of each other in how they view the world, how they view life. That's
Mhm.
why. And Hush and Two Face should be in the Batman. Well, Matt Reeves says he wants to do Hush. He talks about Hush. Hush would have to be different in this universe because I don't, I don't know what I don't know why how they would do Hush. I seriously don't know how to do Hush here because Hush has always been jealous of Bruce Wayne, and I
Mhm.
don't know. Two Face. The thing is, I maybe they'll introduce somebody surprising character in maybe
I think
that's a,
Two-Face would be cool to go up against the Penguin. To really like, yeah, have like another character who is in a like
you seriously
they
think
need a.
James Gordon is going to be in the final movie as the big bad villain? Come on.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But I
It'll
think
most
he
likely
would
be the
be a cool
Joker. I
character to
guarantee
have.
it'll be like the Joker. It'll be like the Joker.
I think they should just do Two-Face. I think Hush is like that's more of like a
Yeah.
personal villain with Batman. Like they
And,
really
and,
need
and
they
don't
need a
fucking
character that's like,
and don't
oh, Happy
fucking do the
Halloween,
animated series.
Sideways.
Don't make the fucking series when Penguin if Riddler gets free and he ends up becoming the Hush. Don't make the animated movie, please. Please, that fucking disgrace. That was a disgrace what they did to the Hush movie.
I mean the Court of Owls would be cool too. I just don't know if it's like too much, because it's like now with this Penguin show and like I'm watching it, I'm like, oh yeah, they need to do a gang war movie for sure. For sure, they need to do that now. Like
Oh, you know what I like to
that
see
would
if
be
it's not Two
that would be
Face.
insane.
You know what I like to see if it's not Two Face.
Well, they never did a
Uh,
gang war movie
Black
red though.
Mask. Have an insane gangster. Have an
I think
insane gang.
Penguin
I
and
mean,
Two Face always had an interesting
I
dynamic.
know.
I think they should do that one. Are they
Okay,
reusing
so
villains? Sure, but we never got to see those characters interact
Sophia.
before,
Okay,
and I think it'd be
Sophia's
cool.
nuts, but Black Mask is a whole new level, man, of nuts. And as a gangster,
Yeah, I just think Two Face would be more interesting. I think he's more like again like not very predictable, and I think you need like Penguin
yeah, yeah,
is a
that's the
guy
point.
who he's always got to like adjust, and he's always got to like make sure that he's
Professor
not.
Pig is not a. Professor Pig to me is not a main villain for a movie.
Mm,
More like a
not
show.
necessarily.
It has
I
to be a
I
big villain. It has to be a big villain. Like Riddler, Two Face, Penguin,
I don't even think they need to do
even.
solo villains. I think there's
Oh, that's true. If it's
the
team up.
idea should really just be Batman part. The part two is the Fallout, and you could do something like No
It'd be,
Man's Land, with the gangs trying to encroach on certain territories. I would establish Two Face, have
yeah,
Penguin. Maybe you can have some story where this ties. Maybe there could be three gangs. You know what I mean? Like, or three different like factions
it's all
going at
true.
it.
All true, sideways. All true.
Because I think if you were to change the Court of Owls a little bit, I think they could work. It's just like, will the assassins be too corny? Like that's another thing too. Like how would they do that? But
They could find some way.
but yeah, I
I
mean at this point, like the Batman Part Two, like I'm interested to see what happens in the finale, because I'm like,
do you
well, I don't
do
want
you
them to
do you
both.
think they're gonna give us a hint? I mean, look, you think it's going to give us a hint who might the big bad in Batman
I don't
Part
think
2?
so. I think it's gonna just set up
I mean,
where
the
Penguin is
setup.
gonna be.
Yeah, well, I don't want to spoil episode 6, but it might be another villain on the way.
Because also too, the thing is, if Penguin is also underground, I mean, doesn't I think this is why I say I feel like the Penguin is gonna want to flush out Batman at some point. Maybe the Batman. I mean, the thing is, Batman is a pretty smart guy. He does play with these characters a lot, these villains, right, to get what he wants too. So it's like it kind of makes
And
sense that he would also be part of this war as
but they
well.
never
Like,
talk about Batman in this show. Like, yeah, it's about a
no,
gang war, but
they
like we've
never
got
do.
Batman there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe this
Okay.
is like, I mean, the thing is, he has to know what's going on. I'm also guessing. Here's another thing too. Here's my theory of
Undercover.
why Batman wasn't involved. Because one of the things that was in the first movie that was weird was when he used that antidote to,
Oh, the
boost
adrenaline.
himself up. Yeah, the
Yeah.
adrenaline. It just felt a
People thought it
little
was
weird,
Blade,
like a
Blade
little.
Venom.
Well, I mean, what it could be Venom. That's the thing. It could be
Could
Venom
be.
that he took, and the reason why he isn't around is because he's recovering from that. Because remember, Alfred is still in the hospital too, so he doesn't
It
really
is a
have
big
anybody
Alfred,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't really have anybody to like help him recover. So he's probably taking his time, and he's not realizing what the fuck's going on, like how quickly shit is advancing. Because also another thing too, right?
But
I
he knew
mean,
it was gonna get
it
worse
doesn't
though. In the end of
it
the
doesn't
Batman,
feel
they
like it's only been a week because
and yeah, it has felt like it's
Victor's
been a while.
it feels like it's been like at least like a year because which I know it isn't, but Victor's like whole family died and he just feels like I don't know, he
I
feels
I
like he kind of got over it a little too
I
quickly
think
in my
that
opinion.
kid. I think that kid is becoming like a very different Victor Zsasz.
I don't
Just
think
because
he's
he,
Victor's at all.
no, not like
Where are
that
you getting
crazy
that?
Victor Zsasz, but like
I don't think
he
he's
is.
Victor Zaz at all. I don't think
Do
he's
you do
any
you
sort of
do you think he's gonna be the Batman where he dies and that'll be like Penguin's? I mean, he is pretty much a villain, but like full on cold. Because yes, the Penguin's villain is cold, but he
mhm.
does have some softness in him for especially his mother and he's starting to get and the Victor eventually.
Yeah, I mean he definitely likes Victor for sure. I mean, he started
Yeah,
warming up to him after the whole like he messed up and stuff. So I wouldn't say
because he
Victor is
sees him in
Zaz.
Victor,
There's
right?
no if he was Zaz, they would have set that up already. I mean, there's no allusions to him like he's not even really a killer. He hasn't killed anybody yet. So that's also another thing too. It's like,
I don't want to say anything.
oh well, I mean, well for where I'm at right now, he hasn't killed anybody. So I don't want any spoilers, but
I know in the
I'll watch it
comics,
after
Victor
this.
Zsasz does have a connection to the Penguin. Remember, Victor Zsasz was Witch in the comics.
Well, I'll see. I'll see
He
the
was.
next episode, but I'm not really buying into this idea that he's Victor Zaz. I just think he's some guy working for the Penguin right now,
That's
and
what I said. That's
I
what I
think
said.
they're
Like before episode 3, I'm like, there's a lot of people in the world in Victor in the Batman universe. It doesn't have to
yeah,
necessarily be Victor Freeze or Victor Zsasz. Like,
yeah,
okay, but like, but this show, like Sophia Falcone, yeah, that actress has to win, has to be nominated for at least an Emmy
yeah.
for.
I also think they should keep her around too. I think this idea of
I think Yuno's gonna die. I think Marmuni's gonna die though.
I oh yeah, I think he's gonna die too for sure.
Yeah, yeah, because his
Yeah,
family's
I don't
gone. There's
doubt
no
that.
point keeping him around,
Yeah, the
right? Because
way
he's
he just fucking killed the mom and the son, that was insane.
yeah,
You're like,
just threw him on
holy
fire.
shit.
Yeah, the gasoline
I
and just
was
sink.
cold as hell. Holy shit. Like,
Yeah, that's why I
when
think
I
he's
saw
done.
that part, I was just like, damn, this guy's a fucking super villain. Holy shit. That's all I was like. There's parts in the show where I was like, holy shit. I'm like, oh my God, this is so fucking good. What the fuck? Like, how are they doing this? I honestly, this
This
may be a
show is
crazy take, but I think this is better than the movie. That's how
wow.
good this shit is. Yeah, I'm like, holy
Well,
shit, this
when
actually
they
makes
have
the
more
movie
episodes,
way
right, they could do
better.
more stuff. Oh, as
Yeah,
also
for sure.
the show is only going a little bit is willing to go farther in terms of
Yeah, it's also
censorship
rated R2.
because
That's another
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even think it's just that. I mean, that granted, that is, I would say plays a role, but it's just the fact that yeah, they could explore so much more with like a show, and you almost forget that you're
Definitely.
watching a show where Batman's involved. Like
It's
when they
still have
got
to.
onto that underground stuff, like I was like, oh shit, I was like, wait a minute, this same underground part, I'm like, isn't this where Bruce is? Like the subway terminals? That's where he
It's
has his
kind of
Batcave.
resembling that away. Yeah.
No, it is because he said because in the movie he says that his Batcave is like a old
Yeah.
system tunnel that is connected everywhere in Gotham, and that's how he's able to kind of like appear in all these random places. So if that means that area that the Penguin isn't at, Bruce hasn't really used. He hasn't explored that area. I mean, it
Or
is boarded up and all
you
that
know
stuff, but
he could have, but you just don't. They just don't mention and
I
do anything
really
with it.
think, I really think if they want to do this whole gang war, they have a really they could have a potential where the gangs could either flip on Batman and then they find his hideout. Like I always like elements like that when the villains kind of like almost get a one up on Batman, because then you got to see what he's gonna do under pressure,
Oh,
right?
a
And
young
we
Batman for
haven't
sure.
really
This
seen that in
version of
a
Batman for
movie.
sure. This is starting out Batman for sure.
I
'Cause
don't even think a young Batman. I think even a seasoned Batman, I think it's
now, season.
interesting.
Here's the thing about season Batman. He'd be prepared for that because you know how he is in the
Well,
comics.
yeah,
And
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
I
He's got
mean,
to do
like,
something.
yeah, he. I mean, he protects his caves very, very well,
If they
man.
had a gang war where they encroach on his territory in the subway, that could be a fucking amazing
Yeah, but
action
I don't think they
sequence.
would do anything to
Holy
him.
shit.
Honestly, I don't think they would do anything to him because he'd be prepared.
Well, I mean but look at I mean,
He
this is what
cleared
I
out.
mean. These characters that they have in the show, you could totally
I
see them go up against Batman. Like these like the Penguin, like every time you're like like it almost seems like he's this stupid guy who's just so egotistical, and then you're like, holy shit, this guy's playing 4D chess. Holy shit, like,
well,
and you're like,
Penguin's always been a smart character. Always been a smart
I know,
character.
but this
Really.
version of the character is not that character. He's not
No,
born wealthy.
more
He's
of a
not.
typical Italian mobster type. You
Yeah,
know.
and he's been like
Yeah.
treated like crap. Like, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's like I mean, in the first episode, I mean, he really does say it. He didn't mean to kill Alberto. It was by accident. It was like him. That was his ego, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't really come across like a smart person. But then you're like, actually, it's either like how the fucking everything shapes up, but he ends up somehow making it out. And that's why I think he could go up against the Batman in a very interesting way. I mean, like this guy, I mean, we already saw that in the first movie too when he was being chased by Batman. And that
Oh,
was again one of my favorite parts of the movie,
then
right?
he's pissing his pants.
Yeah,
But
but
he
I
was
mean
scared of that.
still,
He was scared of Batman. Like, but more the thing is into the Batman. Batman was very angry. You saw the way he fought the gangsters. That
yeah,
was not a controlled Batman. That was an angry, pissed off Batman. Like he was taking the world. He's pissed off with the world. He was taking on the gangsters and the clubs everywhere else. That now
right.
with his with the evolution of the character, I think he's gonna be more like the Batman Raw used to, which he use more gadgets, the scenery, the dark, stealth. Because I want to see that
Yeah.
evolution of Batman.
Well, I like I mean I think this Batman has established himself to be more of a detective and more strategic.
I mean, I wanted to
And
be like
so
Arkham Batman. I think it's asking too much.
but I think he is very close to Arkham Batman. I mean, this is very a strategic Batman who's doing a lot of detective work. I mean, that's pretty close to the Arkham games. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, yeah, they have. This is why I'm like, this is already so good. I'm like, I really like the DCU Batman. I'm like, I don't really know how they can impress me. Like, they either got to do the fantastical stuff in an interesting way, but this gang stuff that they have and all these like if they can get all these villains, because this is another thing too. There's something that again while watching the show I was realizing it's like why in the hell didn't the Christopher Nolan movies ever do anything with Arkham Asylum? It's like Arkham Asylum
No,
is
it
so
was just
well
there.
known, but yet it's never been done in
And it's
live
very poor.
action before.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
And
I
so
mean,
this was
look,
like the first time you're like,
in episode
oh wow, this
four,
place is sick. Holy shit.
episode four, Arkham Asylum was done well, so much better than the Joker for 2 hours.
Yeah, but even at least the Joker
Yeah,
showed
they
us
did.
Arkham,
Yeah, I
right?
could.
So it's
Yeah,
like even
yeah.
in the DCU, we barely got Arkham. We didn't even get Arkham in the DCU. We got Belle Reeves, and
Not
then we
even a
got
no, no,
what was
no.
the one in
Arkham
Suicide
Asylum was
Squad?
just
That wasn't
mentioned.
Arkham Asylum.
It was just
Yeah,
mentioned.
yeah.
Also,
They
even
never
the
actually did Arkham Asylum.
even the original Batman movies, the ones from the '90s and in the late '80s, Arkham Asylum was barely there and mentioned too.
No, well, that's also because I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me look.
I thought the Julian Rushman character, the guy who has a thing for Sophia, was going to be Hugo Strange in the trailers.
Okay, actually, never mind.
You know that character who has a thing for Sophia? I thought that was going to be Hugo Strange.
No, I mean, I think Hugo Strange could definitely show up in. I think that would be a cool character to have, especially if
Yeah,
they're going to continue with the Joker and the Riddler stuff. You might as well have, like, I think you should have, I think you should definitely have some characters in Arkham Asylum because again, if this is a gang war, they got to do some crazy shit, right? Like, I'm talking like they either got to blow up Arkham and let the inmates run loose, and then we could get a scenario like Arkham Knight. Like that's the kind of gang war that I want to see. Like
ooh,
them make these kind of
oh,
moves where you're like, oh shit,
it
like
could be
oh
like
my fucking god, like this is gonna be
it
crazy.
could be like a
Because that's what
Sinister.
the show feels
It
like.
could be like a Sinister Six. I mean, that's what I think. It'd be like a Ben Affleck movie where Ben Affleck's movie wants him to go through Arkham. It'd be like we have a bunch of villains in the
Oh
final
fuck,
chapter.
forget Arkham Asylum. I want the fucking Arkham City, Arkham Knight. That's what I'm
Hugo
talking about.
Strange.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about them on the streets
Oh yeah.
causing absolute havoc. We haven't in Arkham, sorry, not Arkham. In the Dark Knight Rises, we kind of got a little bit of that, but not what was in the game, right? I'm talking like a riot of inmates, like
Versus
absolute fucking
versus
destruction.
versus the police, right? You
Yeah,
see that
cause
was in
yeah,
Dark
cause
Knight
they
Rises.
did the bombing already. That's fine. People
Mhm.
got injured. It's a
What?
wasteland, but I want it to be what we all wanted to see, like a crazy ass freak out meltdown. Everything is going to hell. We haven't got that. That's that to me. Every time I play, Arkham City or Arkham Knight, I always think, why the fuck haven't they done something like this in a movie? Like it's so fucking weird. It
The
seems
thing
like
is,
I don't get it.
the thing is, when Batman in the Batman comics, yeah, all these crime families, the Maroonies, the Falcons, all these other ones,
Mm,
but as they got taken out, like in last Halloween, the crime families, the criminal underworld has been taken over by more insane, sadistic mobsters,
mm,
like Black Mask, Two
right.
Face to extend, if depending on his personality. Penguin, it's become worse actually than the Maroonies and the Falcons. It's,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, Black Mask, Two Face, Penguin, why not? And Batman might need a. I mean, Batman cannot take them all by himself. He'll help. James Gordon will help him, but I don't know about Robin now. I don't really don't know about Dick Grayson now. I really don't.
Yeah, that might be too much. That might
Yeah,
be too much, but because yeah, they gotta balance this all out. The only reason why I would say potentially they might need another person with Bruce is because
yeah.
again, I don't know how he can handle all of this. So it's like you should establish at least one member of the Bat family to help with all this stuff. But I mean, yeah, if they are going down this game, which by the way, we were speculating that they were going to do this for quite some time, that they were going to do this gang war stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And this show to me, it feels like they are going to go in that direction,
What?
but just with Batman himself.
Falcon crime family. Falcon crime family. That's
Oh man.
Falcon. Yeah, it's very interesting. On the other,
And
in
why
the,
wasn't the Arkham? Hold on a minute. Why did they move the Arkham show to the DCU? Now that was a
and why is it
dumbass
canceled?
idea.
Yeah, it was dumbass. Like seriously, I
Like,
I hope they're regretting a
what?
decision. I'm hoping they're regretting that to cancel the two after moving it. I hope they
Yeah,
regretting this
that's the
decision.
dumbest decision ever. The
After what we
Arkham
saw,
show, after this show, like this is what I'm saying, like this DCU Batman by the day, I don't know how this shit is going to compete because if the Batman Part 2 is more epic than this show and
that's a
the
good thing.
first movie, what the fuck are they doing? I mean, like, what the hell? Who is gonna be hyped for the
Azrael,
DCU Batman? It's gonna only be these people on Twitter
I don't think
because
Azrael's doing. I don't think they're
this
gonna do
is
a
the most
fourth Batman
interesting
movie.
stuff here.
I don't think they'll do a fourth movie here. Bad. I think it's gonna be three movies and probably like two shows. Be five things. They're not gonna be. This is the difference between Marvel, Sony, and DC. Because Sony, with all its problems, the Spider-Man verse, right? But they're not
Hmm.
connected. At least with the Bat, and right, and then we have the Marvels and MCU Spider-Man, right? Tom Holland. But here, yeah, we have the DCU verse, but we have the Batman verse. But it works. It's work. DC's doing it right.
Hmm.
That's the difference. Like, if DC could do it, there's no excuse why Sony can't do it good.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm like, sorry, Sony fans. Well, I don't think they have any fans. Henry
Well, I
Cavill's
mean, the
like
thing
DC.
is, like, I think that the reason why these Sony villain movies don't do well is because they just, I mean, it's sort of like an origin for the villains. You got to explain them, the world. Like, even though we have these Sony movies,
Yeah.
like the universe hasn't been established. Like, what is going on with the universe? Does Venom exist in the same universe as Craven or Morbius? And if that's the
Oh my
case,
God!
how
Is
come
that
there's
are we
never
gonna wait
allusions to them? Like, you
December,
know,
man? Oh my God! December with Craven.
yeah, I like the Penguin is interesting because it's like here is the Penguin right after the
That
Batman. There's all these different issues, and he's also dealing with, obviously what happened with Falcone. The Riddler killed him. So now someone is trying to take, his son's trying to be his next in command,
yeah.
and then bang, he kills him by accident. And now he's using it as an opportunity to rise up the ranks. So it's like again, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in the show, and that's all you really need. Because this is the thing, right? You can do a show about a villain. 100% you could do
Sure.
movies
You-
with a villain. It's just you need to have a good story. It's fucking simple. I know it's hard, but it's fucking simple. You need to have a really good angle. It needs to be super compelling, and you need to ask yourself, why are we doing this in the first place? The Penguin, to me, it's totally clear. It's very clear. This is here to establish a gang war that Batman is obviously going to have to deal
um,
the
yeah.
fallout with. And
Yeah.
I can understand Batman not being in the show.
And
I didn't believe he was going to be in the show,
and they're
but
Hollywood when it comes to comics, they're reluctant to make villains movies or villain shows strictly for the character to be a villain. They always have to find a way to make this character. Oh, we're gonna make him turn into a good guy.
yeah,
We make him right here. They're not doing that. He's not gonna become a good guy. Okay?
right.
No, they're
I
not
mean,
doing that.
for the DCU Batman, there's really two things that will I'll change my tune with, right?
Yeah.
They fire Andy Muschietti, or this is a list of things, not two things. They fire Andy Muschietti. They get him off. They
Hmm.
put in a director who is, I'm not gonna say like some top tier director, but a director who is like, okay, you know what? They have some decent movies under their belts, or movies that I like, other people like, well-known hits, sure, right? I'm not asking for anything crazy. Like I'm asking in the ballpark of like
Yeah.
a Chad Stahelski. Okay, that's the ballpark I'm asking in. Okay,
No, you
like
want like a
some
ninja style fight. Oh, that'd
I
be awesome,
want.
Batman.
That's what I want. Yeah, I if you're gonna do fantastical, then you got to do
Yeah.
crazy things we haven't seen with Batman in terms of fight scenes, chase scenes, the characters that they use themselves, right? Like if you're gonna do this first Brave and the Bold movie, then I want to see a man bat character. I want to see
I do
a
want
Clayface monster. I want to see
my
something like
issue.
that.
My issue with the Batman's over the years. besides Welto's goal, he hasn't faced anyone where he can show his martial arts skills.
Yeah, I want to see some ninja
Yeah,
fight scenes. I want to see some
yeah. I mean,
crazy shit on the
Deathstroke is perfect.
rooftops.
Deathstroke. I mean, Ra's al Ghul is perfect for that. If you do Lady Shiva,
Yeah,
Talia, Bane obviously is different, so you can't right. He may have to use a different strategy because Bane is not exactly a martial artist. But yeah, I like to see that him because most yeah. So I like to see if I like to see a director use some of Batman's best martial arts abilities skills because we haven't
right.
really seen it. Because
Yeah, I don't want to see I that's what they really have to
yeah.
focus on with the DCU Batman. I'm not going to be interested in
Hmm.
whatever, if it's just the same old shit we've been getting, or yeah, if Andy Muschietti's not going anywhere, then that's going to be a real knock against the movie, and that means he's going to have to prove himself two times harder for at least to my liking, right? If I
That one
see the
needs martial arts
trailer and
hard.
I
Nah,
like I got to see like multiple trailers
I
and
like
feel
horror Batman.
confident. Then I got to watch the movie two times and feel like that's what I'm talking about. Like he's gonna have to go the extra mile to get my approval because I'm not a fan of Andy Muschietti. After The Flash, that to me was like it for me. Right? It Chapter 2 was dog shit. He
Well,
ruined that
you make.
movie,
Let's see how,
and
we'll see how the Derry show does. He's directed some episodes.
well, there's that too. But I mean, yeah, but if he directed it, I'm not gonna. I mean, it's a show, right? It's a showrunner who's
Yeah,
running the show. If the show is good, that doesn't necessarily mean that his directing and writing skills, because I don't think he's even writing
I
some
don't know. If
episodes. I
Solomon
could be
Grundy
wrong.
would work. He'd just be like a. To me, Solomon Grundy would be like a big
Well, if
henchman
Solomon
gangster.
Grundy in the DCU, I would take
That
that
could work,
100%.
yeah, but not in Batman universe.
Not in the Batman universe. In the DCU,
Unless
yeah.
he's like unless he's a big muscle guy named Solomon Grundy. That's it. But he won't have that thing where he's a zombie and comes up like every Monday, Tuesday, whatever
Yeah.
his mythos is. I don't think that would work, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
you just
I'm like what else would I mean yeah, they really have
Mr.
to add
Freeze
some.
has appeared in the movie, by the way. You remember?
Yeah,
Did you
Mr.
forget?
the Batman
You
and
forgetting?
Robin.
Batman Robin?
I
Oh,
mean,
Claire.
there's.
Hmm.
I feel like, well, I mean, what is a big Batman villain that hasn't really appeared? I mean,
Okay,
I feel like we got most of the big
Clayface.
big
Well,
ones.
Clayface is coming along. We know that. Um,
Well, I
so
guess yeah, Clayface then hasn't been
Black
a big one
Mask. I don't know
enough.
if Black Mask is considered big.
Black Mask has been in a movie, just not in a Batman movie.
What movie was? Oh, okay. So, yeah,
Birds of Prey.
Oh, yeah, Oh, yeah, Harley Quinn movie. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, Scarecrow.
We did
Like,
get Killer Croc in Suicide Squad.
shit, shit. Um, I guess Hush technically.
Hush,
Um,
yeah. Firefly, I guess, is a pretty big character. Almost like
Firefly, Killer
was gonna
Moth,
be in
Connor
Batgirl.
McKing,
No, that's not a big character.
Mrs. Freeze. Oh no, they're not gonna do Mrs. You did get Poison Ivy. Um,
Yeah, we already got Poison Ivy.
Harley Quinn we got. There's not a lot, honestly. Okay.
Oh, by the way, he said Mrs. Freeze, so Red was trolling with that one. We ain't get no fucking Mrs. Freeze. No one wants that dog shit.
Uber
Hell
Thorn.
no. Yeah, Clayface is in the DCU, so but that's what I'm saying. Is he gonna be in the Batman movie? I want to see that.
Well,
That
we know
would
the
be
character.
cool.
We
That
know who. I can tell you one thing. You know she's. It's gonna be a she in the movie, in the show, in the universe. It's a
in the
prostitute.
DCU.
No, in the Batman universe, the prostitute that Penguin sees is gonna be Clayface. It's obvious.
Oh, I
You
didn't
didn't
even
know that was
remember
Eve
that
Carlo?
lady's name.
Yes, and you'll see why in
You're
episode
talking
6.
about the oh
DCU
the black.
Clayface is in DCU, and it's gonna be the difference is this Eve Carlo Clayface in DC in Batman universe is gonna be like a serial killer that dresses up
Wait, you're
stuff like
talking
that.
about the black girl with blonde hair? I
Yeah,
don't know if she's
well,
black or
she's not. That's not her
Latin.
real hair.
Right, okay. I
You'll
don't
see in
remember
episode
the
six
character's
why.
name.
You'll see in episode 6 why those two Clayfaces are gonna be very different.
But I was thinking that. I was like, wait,
Yeah,
wasn't there supposed to be, and I don't remember hearing the character's name, but
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you,
yeah,
Tobias. Yeah, yeah.
there was something interesting with that
You'll see
with
the
her
episode six
character.
Y. It was episode 6Y.
Well, I mean, when she was breaking up with him, you could kind of tell that there was something, because then she was like reassuring him, like, "Oh, I'll
She
be there."
you'll see her
Yeah.
turn. You'll see her. I'm gonna
Oh,
say this. She's gonna turn on Penguin. I'm warning you.
interesting.
Warning you when you watch episode 6. Yeah, and you're gonna
I'm
your
really
jaw's
excited.
gonna drop on your jaw's gonna drop on the reason why blinded. Trust me. Yeah.
I'm really excited
Oh, that's
for
his wife. Okay.
um yeah, I'm really excited for what's going on with the DCU. It just or not DCU.
Man,
Sorry,
Batman. Yeah.
not just yet with the DCU. Superman obviously
Creatures
and Creature
Commandos the
Commando.
test for me. First test.
I would say Superman's a test. I think Commando's like a good kind of like,
Okay,
it's like an
for
entree,
animation.
right? If it's good, it's like, okay, this is a great start.
It's
But this isn't the test. This isn't the test just yet. Superman is really the test
Is
to me.
Creatures Commando the only one to be part of DC that's live as cartoon animation, or is Blue Beetle the animation Blue Beetle supposedly
Well, they
is?
haven't really confirmed that. Remember, they have a Dead Man animated show.
Oh yeah, Deadman.
They have a couple of animated stuff that we just don't know just yet. So we'll
Oh
have to
yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah. So I mean, I guess technically in a way, Clayface is going to be in the Batman universe. So there's Clayface.
Right.
Man Bat has it already been in live action.
Yeah,
Man
Man
Bat.
Bat is the character I think
The
for
thing is,
like Brave and the Bold. I think that would be a cool character to use.
yeah. The thing is, Man Bat. I think we're supposed to be in the fifth movie of Scarecrow, the one after Batman
Yeah, he
Robin that got
was.
canceled.
Yes.
To me,
Batman Unchained.
Man Bat would be like a villain, but I wouldn't say the character Kirk Langstrom would be a villain. I think he'd be used. The
Hmm.
movie with Deathstroke, when Batman finally gets meets his son,
Right.
and the bats and Man Bat, right, with the Kirk Langstrom, Deathstroke wanted to use the bats and stuff. I think that'd be similar
Hmm.
to. I think I would use Kirk Langstrom. It's not as a villain because he'd be forced to be transformed to the bat and make the bat serum or something like that. So not
Hmm.
exactly. Man Bat is not really exactly a free will villain. You know what I mean, right?
Right.
Like, right? That's what I do. I want to make Kirk Langstrom a villain because Kirk Langstrom, the man himself, is not a villain,
Hmm.
right? And I'll find some other villain to manipulate him, to force him to do the Man Bat stuff. Oh, just a continuation of the movie? Yeah, I guess technically Blue Beetle. I guess they decided, you know what, Blue Beetle's not going to be part of DCU anymore. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, we should. See, the thing
Wait,
is,
what? The
yeah, Blue
Blue
Beetle's not
Beetle
DCU
isn't
anymore.
DCU canon. It's just a continuation of the movie.
I thought. I guess wasn't there going to plan to put Blue Beetle into the DCU? I guess they decided to axe that. You remember that, right?
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
don't even know. To be honest, I think that was all just talk. Like I
yeah,
said, until I see it, then I'll believe it. That's my case with all this stuff now. It's like when it happens, it happens.
yeah.
If it's just talk, I mean, like things can change. I really,
Uh,
so
we see things. This is supposed to be a Marvel show, but the Batman is so damn good. It took an hour of our. We took an hour. We're talking for about an hour.
hmm,
That's how good the show. That's how good the Batman the Penguin is. I mean, look, I like
yeah, it is
Agatha.
good.
I like Agatha, but it's not as great as everybody's
I
making
mean,
out.
to be fair, I didn't finish Agatha yet.
It's a
I did
seven.
try
It's
to
a
get
7
caught
out of
up,
10,
but
my
yeah,
point of view. But the Penguin is a superior show.
right.
Okay, it's a superior show, and I hope the DCU stuff, because I know it's different, but I hope the DCU stuff could be the same as quality on HBO, like the Penguin is.
Right.
Because I don't think it. That's my fear. It won't be because Peacemaker was right. Wasn't Peacemaker was people liked it, but it wasn't. Nobody was talking about being nominated for Emmys. Nothing
Right.
like that. Awards. Peacemaker was not being talked for major awards. Maybe like the Teen Choice Award stuff, but nothing like Emmys or Golden Globes. This show is going to be nominated for that. Those kind of awards. Okay,
Mm,
right? And I hope the DCU. I guess the first one would be Creature Commandos technically could be nominated for Emmy for animation, right? Animation Emmys do animation, right? So Creature Commandos
mm,
probably would get nominated for that. But I'm talking live action stuff. The first one would be is the Green Lanterns the first live action show they're gonna do? That's part of DCU. Or no, Peacemaker is. Peacemaker is, right? But I doubt
mm.
Peacemaker. I think it's Green Lanterns, Peacemaker. As I. It's the thing is, Batman for some reason the Academy loves the Batman stuff. Batman, Batman, whatever franchise more than any other comic book franchise. My guess is they don't see Batman as a comic book character. They don't view Batman as a comic book character,
Mm.
a comic book medium. That's my that's my view. Now they're gonna lose a segment, so they're not gonna have the same cinematographer as last time. He's gonna do Doom Part 3, right? So they're not gonna have the same
Mm.
one, right? Multiverse Tale,
Yeah,
nice.
that's that kind of sucked in my opinion,
Oh yeah, I mean, I do
but I
hope.
mean they did kind of get the look of it in the Penguin. It wasn't identical. There are some parts where it kind of did look like it with the, because the Batman, like the cinematography was very distinct with and I saw some
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
ways that they were kind of making it was kind of like they were almost dirtying
Hmm.
up the lens to get this like uh, I can't really describe it, but it's very interesting way too. And I have the art book for the Batman, and the way that they planned out some of the shots,
Good point.
like now I kind of understand why it does feel very like it feels like you're almost there when you're watching it.
Yeah,
Is because they planned out a lot of the scenes in VR, which I thought was very interesting. I've never seen them like storyboard and like do VFX with VR, but it kind of shows you what they did in the book, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty interesting. So yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to see what they do with the Batman in terms of the story and how this is all going to play out with the villains and stuff. Because now I feel like, I mean, I feel like everybody in this universe you're like, damn, I want to see them all fight now, which is crazy, right? I
yeah,
don't really
yeah.
know who to root for, but you're just like, damn, I just want to
Yeah,
see this
there's
shit.
nobody to root for. Like I mean, to be honest with you, maybe Sophia Falcone because she did get screwed over more than the Penguin. I'm sorry. Like Sophia
Yeah, she
Falcone really is
definitely
the good
got
guy here.
screwed.
She's not the
But I
good guy,
also
but
wonder
she is
too,
more
what I also
she has the reason
did
why.
did did so there was one thing that was kind of a little bit
Yeah,
um like did Oz really like snitch on her because the way that
I did.
he was
Yeah,
kind of
that's what's
acting,
implied, but I don't think it was
I
him.
that's what I'm guessing, right? I'm guessing it wasn't that simple because like the way he was acting too, it almost felt like,
What are you doing? What are you
is he
arresting her?
really
Yeah,
lying?
like
I obviously he's a liar, but as we know, the way that the show is being told, it's very misleading, right? Because in the beginning, you're kind of like, oh yeah, Sophia Falcone, she's a murderer, but then you realize, oh no, it's way more complicated than just that. It's like, no, she was framed, and then it's like, then she just snapped in jail, right? Because of all the stuff
Batman
that was
was
happening to her.
Batman was slapped on ice. I'm back to like get out of here. Ripper versus dead. But yeah, like that's a good point. Like, who do you cheer for? Because Sophia Falcone, I mean, you can even make a case you could cheer for Maroney because his family got murdered,
Hmm.
and no, Penguin's killed Sophia's brother, Maroney's wife and son. Like, he's not the guy you're supposed to cheer for. You could like, but he's not the guy you're supposed to cheer for. You shouldn't be cheering like for Sophia, but I can understand why people would cheer for Sophia because what happened to her is heartbreaking,
Hmm.
right? And she legitimately is, they say one bad day in Killing Joke. She legitimately had that one bad day where she got arrested, being framed by her father. She legitimately had that one bad day, and that one bad day led her to becoming Sophia Falcone.
Hmm.
Like, you cheer for her because she makes a more legitimate case than you can't cheer for Oz. Like, no.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Oz. I don't agree with that. I think he is also very like they're both characters where you're like you feel really bad for them because it's like yeah, the Penguin was stepped on his entire like at least when he was in this gangster life, right? And they treated him like shit too. And so you kind of understand it's like
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
also it's like he was obviously like a poor kid growing up and so it's like he's been instilled this idea of like wanting better and
You
to
did.
do better. And that's why I was really that first episode that made me hooked on the show because it's like he's lying to everybody else, right? Straight up lying and
But he's
then
telling the truth.
but he's telling his mom like these cold hard truth about the shit he's
Yeah,
doing and it's fucked up shit he's doing too, right? So
yeah.
it's like that kind of shows you his character, and it's like, oh yeah, he's not, he's really in it to win. He's really in it to win, and I think the show really established him as an interesting character,
There's,
even though it's like the first few minutes he's killing a
there's,
dude out of
here,
out of ego.
guys. Like the show, there's no heroes in the show. It's like Game of
No,
Thrones. Well, Game of Thrones they do have heroes, but a lot of them are not heroes. But there's no heroes in the show. Okay, there's like they're all villains.
but I mean, Batman villains. Everybody likes the Batman villains for a reason, and I feel like this is kind of like the first time where you're like, oh, I feel like the villains and Batman are on par in terms of a live action. Like the Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan movies, it's like Batman was such like no offense, but he just felt like a wet blanket. He didn't
Oh,
feel
especially
the
Dark Knight.
most interesting. He never did the most interesting moves. He was just kind of there to look cool. He's the hero. He's got to save the day. But it's like you could clearly tell Christopher Nolan had no clue what to do with Batman.
And the
While
villains should
here
not
it feels
outshine.
like Matt Reeves
They,
knows what to do with Batman.
the villains should not out. The villains in a movie or a show should not outshadow, not outshadow, but outshone out
Yeah,
the
outshine.
hero, outshine
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hero. Yeah, like I have no problem with the villains being on par or just under, but they shouldn't outshine the hero. But you need a good villain to make the hero look good, and vice
Hmm.
versa. You need that. You need that. And to me, Batman villains are very hard to play. Compared to Marvel villains, I think it's harder to play a Batman villain than a Marvel villain. I think you need great actors to play
Mm.
Batman characters compared to Marvel characters. Because specifically Batman, because when you're playing a hero in Marvel, well, everybody knows their identity, so you don't have to pretend to be somebody else, right? Like Tony Stark does not pretend to be somebody else. Where you're Batman, you have to be two people,
Hmm.
right? You have to be two people, and Batman villains are a lot more. I don't want to say colorful, but I would say more crazy and insane
Hmm.
than most Marvel villains. I would say. What would you
Right.
say? Right, like Joker, especially. You need a great actor to play Joker.
Hmm.
Right, Two Face too. Like you need top tier actors to play Batman villains. Okay, like I'm
Right.
sorry, you don't need that for all Marvel characters. Well, they do get the top actors to get them to play the Marvel villains most of the time, but yeah, each Batman villain is a mirror of Batman. Yeah, exactly. Uh, exactly. But we have to talk about Marvel. So this is the calendar. Let you all know, Eyes of
Hmm.
Wakanda is MCU. Is
Yeah.
MCU. It's
Yeah.
a prequel.
It's like an anthology series
Yeah,
now.
yeah. It's a prequel to basically Black Panther Wakanda. Let you all know. It's a
Hmm.
prequel. Ironheart, June 24th. That's the how do you say it? Riri Williams character. Her debuted in
Riri
Black Panther.
Williams.
Riri Williams debuted in Wakanda Forever. The villain is the Hood, played by Anthony Ramos.
Hmm.
Some in the comics, he is a gangster, but he uses magic to be to run things. And I believe in the comics, he kind of has a rivalry with. I think he does go in war with Kingpin at times. If I'm
The
correct,
Hood.
yeah.
I don't
I
really
think he's
know
a New
much
York
about
based
the
villain.
Hood.
I think,
I just know he's a mystical like character. He can um
yeah.
I know right now he's Ghost Rider. That's I don't know. He was
He's Ghost Rider
never
right now with the Hood.
yeah, I believe so. He's Ghost Rider. I don't know. Sometimes I forget. I get him kind of mixed up with what's his guy's name? Um, just because he wears a hood too. I forget. I'm blanking on the character's name. Obviously,
Oh,
like obviously they're not the same because there is a big distinction between them. But
yeah.
I just kind of like the hood is not a character I really care about, so I don't really know much about him.
I think it's supposed to be technology versus magic in a fight,
Who is the
right?
character? Cloak. That's what I was gonna say. Cloak is the
Cloak and
character. Yeah.
dagger.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a big. That's the only reason why. Yeah, you just are kind of like
he is Iron Man
you
villain. So
wouldn't
is Ghost.
mix them up.
Sideways. So is Ghost. Ghost is Iron Man villain too.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Ghost is an Iron
the
Man villain.
Red Hood.
Yes.
No, there's not the Red Hood. Uh but that I'll just say one thing that how this has ended Joker 2 2 minutes of video. That's how the
Hmm.
Joker should have been in that movie. That was like that should have been a movie right
Hmm.
there. Bonnie and Clyde situation, not a whatever, we're not a board fest. Um, but yeah, so yeah, and I think okay, I'm not gonna say 100% this time because I thought it was gonna be 100% Mephisto was gonna be in Agatha, but I think he's 100% gonna be
Yeah.
in Ironheart because I think it's been confirmed he's in Ironheart.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, I can see why. Oh yeah, because just distancing himself away from him. Yeah.
Who? Well,
Um.
sorry. I'm probably gonna have to stop working on this. Man, I'm so freaking
mm,
so much stuff to work on. Jeez.
Netflix turned down buying Zachary Levi's Herald and the Purple Crayon. Yeah, they're moving away.
Yeah, I did
Netflix.
see that.
There's a reason why I don't want to get into politics. Whatever. But I
Well,
won't.
it's also just because he's a moron, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Um. So I think the guy who plays Solo, Young Han Solo, is in it. Now his
Yeah.
character, I don't know his character's
Oh,
name.
by the way, Grace said she completely forgot this guy, and I'm like, you do realize this guy was in Oppenheimer, right? I know he doesn't have
Yeah,
a
he
big
was.
role in it, but like, he was still like prominently
So
featured in that movie. So I
he's
don't know,
playing a
it's kind of
character
weird.
named Joe McGillicuddy.
Yeah. Now people are saying it's a fake name, so
Some
I
people are
don't
saying it's
fucking know.
Obadiah Stane's son.
Yeah.
It
So
could be.
maybe it is, and he had to change his name. That kind of
Oh,
makes some sense. I could see that making sense. So we'll see. I mean, the
yeah.
Ironheart. I mean, listen. I mean, I know people are dunking on Ironheart, but as it stands currently, the MCU Ironheart is way better than the comic version. Like, it's not even like a good comparison at all. I mean, that was the big fear of Ironheart and
Oh,
Wakanda Forever, but it
Chuck,
turns out actually the MCU did a way better
really?
job with the character.
Chuck Dixon's gonna steal the Whippiverse. Eric July's
Wait,
gonna be like,
what? I
what
didn't know
happened?
if.
Oh, does Chuck? I want to question you guys. I
Wait,
know.
what? What? Wait, what do you mean, TJ? I don't know what that was
I
supposed to
have a
mean.
question. All the writers who work at the Whippiverse, do they technically own their characters? So let's say Chuck Dixon wants to use this character,
Probably
and
not.
and then no. Oh, so he's
I
not
mean,
independent then.
I don't see
He's
why
not
would it.
independent, right? Blinded. He's not
I
independent.
mean,
If that's
no, not necessarily, but I don't think that was ever something he promised, though. I mean, I could be wrong. TJ could correct me, but if he did promise it, that's crazy. Then if he's going back on it, but I assumed all these characters were owned by him, and he's just giving the writers the opportunity to write the character. Because if that was the case, why did all these characters appear in his book then, and
oh
not just
yeah,
outside of his book? But anyway, yeah,
they are.
Ironheart is way better in the MCU. So, I mean, I'm not saying she's like this phenomenal character, on par with a Spider-Man or an Iron Man,
Who was
but
it?
the fact that she has really no ties. Hold on, here's what TJ's saying. Eric July is not
Yeah,
writing
that's
anything
true.
anymore. Oh, really?
Because he
Okay.
sucks. Because he knows he
So he
sucks.
stopped writing Isom altogether, or did he give somebody else Isom? I didn't know that. I know they have the yeah sideways. I know that. I think we were talking about that in my chat. I can't remember. Someone told me about the Superman knockoff, and I was like, oh
Oh
yeah,
my
I
god.
saw that in my
Oh, they are
recommendations. I just
introducing a new
moved
character.
on.
I don't know who it is. What's this character Chuck this is introducing TJ? Zalem? Zarlin? Something like
Yeah,
that?
that character. Yeah, yeah, the Superman knockoff,
Oh
whatever,
my
right?
god, like horseman. Who much Galendo Sanders?
Mm,
Chuck Dixon, yeah. Merry Dixon. What were you saying about Ironheart?
Yeah, I think if the show, here's the thing, right? Because this is very quickly how Ironheart can turn into the comic version. If she just becomes obsessed with Tony Stark, then yeah, it's
Oh
fucking
no.
game over. Because that whole thing they did in the comic, that's the reason why I personally don't like Ironheart. It's like you're trying to do a Miles Morales, but Miles Morales was never obsessed with Peter Parker
Nope.
like Riri Williams was to
Nope.
Tony Stark. And I get Tony Stark was dead and he, the AI was teaching her and stuff like that, but it just became this degree of obsession of trying to want him back and trying to like find out where he was even though he was dead. And you're just like, every single thing she had to do, it was always something about Tony Stark, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, this is really weird. This doesn't even make any sense. Why is she so obsessed with Tony Stark? And I don't really get it, to be honest. So I feel like if the MCU gets away from that and she's just, I don't know, she
Mhm.
steals his tech and she's like building on it, and I'm
Don't
fine
make
with that. I just don't think she needs to have this obsession with Tony Stark. I don't really understand. In the MCU too, it doesn't really make a
oh
lot of
don't make
sense.
her like Miss Marvel. Oh
No,
goodness.
Miss Marvel. I mean, the thing is, that is also another thing too. Miss Marvel in the comics was a fan of Captain Marvel, but I don't know. I think the MCU, they kind of took it like to an insane degree because it's like
Yes.
Miss Marvel is supposed to really be a fanboy of like all the superheroes, and she just so happens to kind of obviously like Captain Marvel,
Which
and
which doesn't
she
make
steals
sense
her
because
older name.
how does somebody in the MCU become a fan of Captain Marvel? Captain Marvel's been barely on Earth.
Yeah, that again, that part never made sense to me, and they never seemed to want to explain it. Like they had a good reason for it. She could just say, well, she was the one who was there who saved everybody, and she's like this niche character, right?
Yeah.
I think that kind of makes some sense for like a teenager to be like, oh, the
Yeah.
cool niche or the character whose niche is cool. I get that. But I don't know. The whole MCU Miss Marvel, I'm not a big fan of. The fact that they keep pushing her, in my opinion, I'm like, oh my god, like, do
You know
people really like the Miss Marvel MCU version
the
like
actress
that
hasn't
much?
been the actress hasn't been cast anything since.
No, I mean she's a new actress. I'm not gonna blame her on
But
that.
you would
I
think
don't
getting a role you think getting a role in Marvel you get some like
maybe, but I don't know. Also, the actress did say that she never really wanted to be an actor in the first place.
then why did
She
she
just did an
audition?
audition.
Then why
She
did she
got the
do
part.
it? I
Well, it
don't
was her
understand
way
if you
into
don't
the movie industry because she did want to work in the movie industry. She just didn't want to work as an actress. It was just fair. But I mean, she did
give
try
up
out for
the
the
role.
part. It's all right. I don't blame the actress. I just don't like the character. The character I think
Okay.
is like
But she's
like
Canadian.
the. I mean, it's bad when the Avengers game did Miss Marvel better.
I mean,
Like that was the part where I'm like, they really fucked up if the Avengers game was better than the MCU
yeah.
version.
Also like so Armor Wars is apparently still gonna happen. Like
Yeah, they say after Secret Wars. Now all of a sudden, all these movies are after
yeah, yeah,
Secret
yeah.
Wars.
Getting pushed back. Oh,
So
and by the
okay.
way, Blade is gonna we're gonna see Blade in Marvel
In
Zombies. But
Marvel Zombies, absolute fucking
with Tom
joke.
the Catch blinded. Tom the
Yeah,
Catch.
but he's gonna be the avatar of Khonshu, so that's
He's gonna be Moonblade.
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing this a lot lately. I feel
And
like
and you don't know if it's
where
Marshall
all of a
Ali's voicing
sudden
him.
Mark Spector is dead and somebody else is Moon Knight. Can we stop? Like it was okay in the comic, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this other comic is now doing it, or the Ultimate Universe is doing it. And then like I think there was some like another comic, I can't remember what it was. It was not in continuity, obviously, but they did it. Now the show is doing it, and all I have to ask is, where the fuck is MCU Moon Knight? Who the fuck
Oh yeah,
knows
he's
when
like
this character's gonna appear?
and
Like
and we don't
he
know
should really appear in Daredevil because he's supposed to be in New York City, right? But
technically,
nope,
yeah.
nope, we're
Yeah.
not gonna see him there. So I don't know
Was
what they're
he in New
doing with
York
Moon
in Moon
Knight.
Knight? I thought that was
Yeah,
England.
that's the ending. That's the ending. It's that
Ending.
he's going to New
Okay.
York.
Okay.
Yeah, is with his new
Here's
persona.
just people just after watching Agatha again, speculating the return of Wanda, which never happened, by the way.
Earth
She didn't come.
Mightiest Heroes,
Yeah, and Mephisto. I'm like,
Miss
stop
Marvel.
expecting cameos. The biggest cameo we got in Agatha was Ralph Boner. Okay.
There was no Miss Marvel MCU. Red. Carol was just straight up Captain Marvel.
Yeah, because
She
that's the
never
legal reason.
transitioned,
Yeah.
which was also dumb. I don't
When
really
I see
I don't
supposed to be
like
married in
Captain.
2038.
Oh yeah, or never, or
Um,
never. Oh yeah, I really hope they do bring back Earth Mightiest Heroes now. I'm holding out hope. If they can bring back X-Men, and then now the rumors they're gonna bring back Spider-Man, you might as
98.
well bring back Earth Mightiest Heroes.
But 90,
You got
Spider-Man,
to.
that show ended like in the multiverse, Spider Carnage and stuff.
Yeah,
I had to check back how it ended because it was weird how it ended. The animated Spider-Man. It was just really, really strange how that show ended.
right.
But yeah, yeah, we're so Blade. It's gonna be Blade Night. That's what we're gonna call him, Blade Night.
Yeah, MC. I've been saying this, TJ. I said this before in another stream. How come no one talks about how Wasp is like one of the worst MCU characters? Like, one of
Horrible.
the worst MCU
I think
characters.
it's.
They did jack shit
Do
with
you
the
think
Wasp.
they're gonna recast her, or you think they're gonna be
I
like,
think they should. I think if they reboot the universe, in my opinion, I really pray to God. I pray to God. I pray to the Marvel gods out there. Can we just have Hank Pym and Janet? Okay, like I'm sick of this whole fucking. We need to have what's I can't even Scott Lang.
so
Like get
fucking
rid of
stupid?
Scott Lang now. It's they can't do. There's nothing interesting about Scott Lang. I'm sorry. It's really just it's Paul Rudd and it's funny. That's it. But as the movies have gone on, Scott Lang is one of the most boring MCU characters. He did absolutely jack shit. Never really had an arc. The last movie, he almost did something interesting, and they redid the fucking entire movie. So
Yeah,
I think if we're gonna reboot the MCU after Secret Wars, let's recast. Let's go with a younger Hank Pym and a younger Janet, and completely ditch Scott Lang. I never want to hear Scott Lang, and I never want to hear Hope ever again. Just move on with those fucking characters. And with Cassie, maybe you can keep around Cassie. Maybe not.
yeah,
Personally,
but they don't like.
I
A lot
would
of people
axe
do
her.
not like that actress, Catherine Newton.
I don't even like the character. Like I said, I don't like the Ant-Man movies. I think the Ant-Man movies, like, I wish more people ragged on them because they're so painfully mediocre. And with each movie, they never got interesting. They never did something worthwhile. It was just sort of middle of the road. And everybody, for some reason, likes those movies. I don't get it. I really don't get it. They weren't funny to me, and they were just bland and generic. Like to me, they're always at the bottom. When I have to rank, they're always at the bottom. As you saw with the ranking list.
Hmm.
Yeah, recast the child. I think they should. They really gotta like change some stuff around if they do reboot. For sure. You could keep some characters, obviously, but I think some people gotta go. You gotta cut these people off for sure. You know,
Zoe
like
Deschanel,
it's not working. Yeah, I did hear that. That was a
good
shame.
girl, good girl.
That was a
Whatever,
shame.
whatever. But yeah, I guess Daredevil to me is the one I'm looking forward to the most, and Spider Man.
Yeah,
Wonder Man
Daredevil,
doesn't.
Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Wonder Man. I'm interested for sure.
Um, the thing is, you've got the three movies. Is this too much?
This is
Too
too
much
much. I thought we were getting two. Uh,
shows.
I thought we were getting really two shows. Yeah, this
The
is
live action
like
shows, guys. I'm the
yeah.
animated live.
I mean, even the animated shows, like we're getting three animated shows. Like,
Well,
why
technically
not?
two. Well, I mean, because one does start
I
in December, but I get your point. It does go into January. You know, to me, what if should just be
no,
binge? Don't
we
make an
are
episode
getting
week.
two. What are you talking
Oh,
about? We're getting three. We're getting Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Then we have
oh
Eyes of
yeah.
Wakanda, which I think that's like a shorter show, to be honest. But
It's four
and then we're
episodes.
getting Marvel Zombies as well.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
think that's
three.
Yeah, I think Eyes of Khan has 4 episodes. I think Marvel
Right.
Zombies is like that too.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, still, I mean, and also Marvel. I mean, the What If season 3. I gotta be honest. What If season 2 was fucking horseshit. What the fuck was that season? I mean, oh my god, it was so painfully boring. The premises were bad. I mean, the What If series was. It ended up turning into an absolute waste. And this third season, the premises didn't look that interesting to me either. I know they didn't completely announce it, but they did show some of them, like four, I think, premises so far. They did
hmm
not look good at all. You're like, what the fuck? Why is it so hard to make a what if show? Like, it's not. Anyway,
yeah,
um, I don't know. I think this is a little too much, especially Ironheart being in June, right after Daredevil. Daredevil's gonna be like what, right up until May, and then we're getting Ironheart. It's a little much. I mean, it seems like. And this is again, I don't understand. Did they not learn their lesson? Like, is something wrong at the heads of Marvel? Is Kevin Feige like sitting on his desk drooling or something? Like, didn't you guys just say you're gonna cut back on content, and then we're back again to where almost 12 months in a year there is going to be MCU content? Are they fucked out of their mind? Like we just had the same fucking problem, and then here we go again. Now, granted, if all of these things, which mind you, they probably won't, are all bangers and like 10, like 9 out of 10s, I guess it's okay. But if it's all gonna be like Daredevil's good, Ironheart is just meh, Eyes of Wakanda's whatever, Wonder Man again is kind of like who really cares? Like if it's gonna be like that where it's inconsistent, why are you doubling up on the content? You should just spread this stuff out. Like Wonder
hmm
Man really should just be, and I'm going to also assume it is going to get delayed. I think they should, and honestly, what they should do is have Daredevil March and Ironheart should go right in November or September and call it a day and then move Wonder Man to March of 2026.
yeah.
Because the thing is Wonder Man, we haven't even heard this. Is Wonder Man going to be in the Avengers movies? You know, like
Uh,
we don't know we even know what character's going to appear in the Avengers movies at this point. Hopefully, I feel like mid next year we should know whether that's leaks from the set photos of the Avengers movies
hmm
or Captain America and Thunderbolts. But other than that, I don't know what the hell they're thinking with this. This is like way too much content in my opinion.
Yeah.
They got to just spread this shit out. Just spread it out. Even if it's not good, that's not even the problem. I just feel like when it's too much, then everybody's going to be like, "Oh, well the last one wasn't great," or "This one was so good, now I'm anticipating the next one," and then the next one is just kind of like whatever. Right? But if
hmm
you spread that out and then you have the show and then you have a movie and then you have the show.
Man. So what you're saying this is gonna be a one-time thing and that's it?
No,
Is
I
that what it's
think I
saying?
thought he meant it's done. They've been shooting
Oh,
that show
oh,
for
I
quite
keep
some time
shooting. Yeah,
now.
it's done. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think he means. It could be wrong. You could correct me, Degrassi, but
Wonder
um,
Woman's more popular. Well, because that's a different company.
yeah, Captain Marvel, Daredevil, Moon Knight. I mean,
For the Marvels, for the
no,
Avengers.
for the Avengers. I mean,
Oh yeah.
She-Hulk. Which, by the way, that's also another thing that's going around. So I don't want to call out people because again, it's like you know this person. I won't say anything, but this person is in our community, and it's like, dude, did you not realize that what the actress was saying was sarcasm? Because
hmm
I clicked the video. I told Aaron this. I clicked the video. I texted him. I said, holy shit, the rumor was true. And then I'm watching the clip and I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you talking as if this is true, that this is confirmation? Now, I'm like really confused. I have to go back and watch it. And I'm fairly certain this person did believe that it was true. But it was sarcasm. She was joking. She Hulk was never in Deadpool.
hmm
It was a joke because people on the internet just started spreading lies. Um, I'm guessing it was more of a troll job that just got out of hand, but I don't even know. But She-Hulk is another character. Like, what are they doing in the MCU with She-Hulk? It seems kind of like a waste of potential. Um, I don't really know. The Avengers lineup, I think they listen, like I said, Doomsday and Secret Wars. I feel like Doomsday is the one that could be more
Hmm.
controversial, if I'm being honest. I
Yeah,
could see that one.
I think they're
I
trying
could
to
see
get
that
as
one.
much.
People walking out and being like, you know
I
what,
think they're trying
what
to get as
happened
much as
here?
the MCU stuff from this section before Avengers Doomsday because of the strikes and all that. The way all,
Well, they're trying to rush out the
yeah,
Avengers movies
yeah.
because I think they. Well, it's
Oh,
a couple of things.
you
Yeah,
know,
no, it was a
Degrassi.
rumor.
You know,
Like Degrassi, it was like this bullshit rumor, and the actress on a podcast literally said, as a joke, she basically was like
she,
saying it was all true, and she was basically reciting all the rumor and saying, yes, I'm suing Disney, I'm doing all this stuff, and she said it in this like deadpan way, even though it's sarcasm. It's literally sarcasm. She's joking. It's not true. She's saying it because it's ridiculous, and yet there were people who believed it. And you're like, are you this stupid? Like, are you this stupid where you can't even realize what she's saying? That she's saying she's literally making fun of those people saying that. And that's why I said when I clicked the video and I'm listening and the way the person was talking, they were making it seem like it
yeah,
was
yeah.
100% true until you start listening to the
Rewrite
clip.
stream.
And
That'd be
then you're
too
like,
long. Sorry, go ahead.
that would be way too long. Rewrite phase 4, 5, and 6. Well, 6 isn't even out yet, so we could do 4 and 5. If you want me to do a stream like that, I've done that before. It would be a long ass stream. Yeah, for real, Degrassi, people are stupid. It's like listen to the clip and you tell me, is she being real? Are you serious? Like the guy who's interviewing her too is laughing. She's not laughing because again, she's trying to make it. She's like, I need to make this clear, 100%. This is supposed to be clear. And you're like, haven't you heard of sarcasm? Like, are we this stupid? So yeah, I was like really pissed off. Like, unfortunately, someone in our community, like, it went over their heads completely to the point where it's just like, dude, what are you doing? Again, I'm not saying any names, but I was just like, bro, like, really, seriously. Um, and then there's obviously the dummies on the other side who are also believing this too. I just think it's a shame, like, people can't pick up on sarcasm. Like, I'm like, wow, that's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, people are that stupid. Yeah, Degrassi for sure. What time? Oh, that was
No,
pretty sad.
people are, yeah.
It was funny though. All right.
Yeah, I'm mixed on this Marvel announcement. I mean, there's some shows I'm looking forward to. Some stuff looks interesting. Um,
Hmm.
I'm just not a fan of jamming all this stuff together. I feel like
Yeah.
this year, we had Echo in the beginning, right, which everybody kind of forgot by now, and then we had X-Men, and then we had Agatha. Obviously, we had Deadpool. It was a very light year in terms of Marvel, but if I'm being 100% honest, in terms of how I personally feel, if we got this similar next year, where it was at most two movies, two shows, one animated show, I feel like that's a comfortable spot for Marvel. Like it's not overwhelming, it's not too much. It's just right there where you're like, we got Daredevil and Ironheart and Captain America or Thunderbolt and Fantastic Four, I would be fine, right? And then you could delay another movie so it's like right before Avengers. Like if it was like that, I wouldn't complain. But I just think to me it's either they're trying to either push out all this shit before Avengers so then they can either get back to that sort of two shows, two movies a year, but I feel like all this content, it's like Marvel's still not in a 100% great place. You know what I mean? Like they're doing better, or they're trying to get there, but I don't think they're in a comfortable spot where they can pull this off and be okay, where everybody's gonna be hyped for everything. I don't think that
Oh
will
yeah,
happen
Billy
again.
Scott. Billy Scott is developing a new Alien
Is
film,
a new Alien
Secret to
movie?
Convent Alien, sequel to Alien Covenant.
So so Disney is really stupid, eh? So they look at one movie, the movie does gang or it does decent. I'm not gonna say gangbusters, but it does decent, and now oh my god, now we got everybody's getting an Alien movie now. Even the fucking old dude who just almost crashed the franchise.
Yeah.
And I know it's Ridley Scott, but I mean,
Oh, look at the grassies.
who
Not another Alien movie.
if you're going to announce another Alien movie, it's not with Ridley Scott. It's with fucking Neil
Freddie
Blomkamp.
Alvarez. Neil Blomkamp. Oh,
No, Neil
what's the guy's name who did that?
Blomkamp. I mean,
Or who did
I
Alien
don't
One?
mind
Was
if they
Freddie? Was it Freddie?
yeah,
Fred?
Freddie Alvarez. I don't mind if a Romulus 2 personally. I don't know. That's kind of like mixed for me of what they could do, but not a sequel to Alien Covenant. No. No.
Yeah.
I forget. I think people have forgotten just how bad Alien Covenant was. That was not an enjoyable movie to watch any whatsoever. Like just do the next movie, and on top of that too, there's an Alien TV show. It's gonna be good. I don't doubt that show's gonna be good. That show's probably gonna be like top tier television. Okay. No, I forget the guy's name, but you know, the guy makes everything he touches. It seems to turn to gold. Okay, but I'm not interested in a fucking Ridley Scott alien movie again. No. I mean, listen, we dodged a bullet with Ridley Scott directing Blade Runner 2049. That movie could have been a fucking disaster. Okay, I
Mhm.
think Ridley Scott now he's has like he's been having bad movie after bad movie recently. So he better be careful. I mean, if I was him, I would just fucking relax. You know, stay home. You know, pick and choose what you're gonna do. Right.
Yeah.
I don't need to be making duds after duds
The
just
interview he
because I
said, "Oh, okay."
like say I don't care if he's making it himself. I don't care. I don't want to see it. Oh, he was talking about a Romulus sequel. Okay, thank God, thank God. Okay, I see the comment now. Okay, if he himself is making an alien movie, oh yeah, I'm gonna shit on it. Oh yeah, unless somehow it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't listen. I don't know. Like the Alien Romulus was decent. I said it's a good movie. It's a decent movie, but I just don't know what else they can really do. I mean, even with that movie, I feel like it was it was basically greatest hits with new characters. And you're like, okay, it was decent. It had some good sequences. Was it story-wise something to continue? No. I mean, half of the characters are dead. You got two of them at least you could do something with. But I didn't find them that interesting to be like, oh, I need another sequel of this. Um, I don't know. Unless they have like an interesting premise. I don't know. I'll see, I guess. I mean, I was impressed with this one, so.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah, what else was
Mulholland.
there before we go?
Let's see. Briefly movie stuff. All right.
Movie, game stuff. Seems like
Oh,
Nintendo
here's a
doesn't
game
want to
stuff.
announce the Switch 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Here's a switch. The director left Wolverine.
Yeah, I did see this. RJ sent this to me because I was confused. The article is behind a paywall, so I don't even know if there's important details behind it. Because sounds a little bit weird. A creative director would leave in the middle of a project and then go on to
Yeah.
another project that is also in the middle of their development as well. Just seems a little bit weird. And we know that other project, Perfect Dark, is allegedly
Yes.
a disaster. But I mean, the trailer did look very good, so who really knows?
Yeah.
They could be bullshitting us. But I don't know. I just hope both games are good. Wolverine, I mean, the game is. I mean, it's crazy to say, but the game is playable. You can play the game. You can see everything. You can
Huh.
see the fucking story. You could see the ending of the game if you really wanted to.
So why didn't
So,
they just like get a date for release? Like
well, I think they. I mean, I think there's a rumor that we're going to see it at the Game Awards.
Game Awards?
Yeah, but I think that's a 20. I mean, in the leaks it said it was a 2026 game. So we will see. Because I know people are now upset about, they're still upset about Spider-Man 2 and all this crap, which I don't agree with. Not to say that I think Spider-Man 2 is some great game, but I'm not one of these people who are like that upset about not getting DLC. I really don't care either way. The game wasn't that great to me to begin with. But I do want to see Wolverine. I think it's time we see some official reveal, actually polished version of the game instead of people looking at leaks. I'm hoping not everything in that leak was, the final product. That's what I'm really hoping because it looks like a decent game, but I'm also kind of
Yeah,
worried that it might fall into a generic territory. So I don't know. One of them
possibly.
is already finished. You talking about the Predator movies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
one of
else is
well, I
already?
think there's an anime. Isn't that the rumor that the Predator, the two Predator movies,
Oh, I know what
one
I'm
is an
talking
animation?
about. We were talking DC. The casting for Hal Jordan's love interest is very interesting. It's
Yeah,
not
it's not
Carol her.
Carol.
It's a made up
Yeah,
character,
yeah, it's a new
right?
character.
For the
She's like a
show.
sheriff,
Yeah, she can play a sheriff. So I think it's gonna be like in a western, like small town with they use the sheriffs as
which is cool to me. A space western,
a space western. Oh, that'd be interesting. Well, it'd be on Earth, right?
a
But it'd be a
space
bit of a,
western detective show. That sounds really cool,
it's
especially if
different.
it's
I don't think
like.
it's that hasn't been done before. Like,
I mean,
I mean,
maybe. I mean, who
there
really
has been
knows?
alien
But it sounds
westerns
very
before.
interesting.
There
Definitely a
has been
unique
aliens and
combination.
westerns done before, like that movie with Harrison Ford down
If it's like a
Dragon.
small town detective, I mean, they did
Yeah,
say this is gonna be like True Detective,
yeah.
but yeah,
I think like
the Predator movie, I'll see. I mean, I wasn't like the biggest fan of Prey, but I know this is gonna be
I
like a
like.
new
I mean,
setting, so
I mean,
hopefully it's good. I don't think it was a direction problem for me. I just was like, I don't know. I just didn't really I didn't really care for it as much as other people did.
yeah.
Yeah, the Badlands. Yeah, I mean, I'm still looking forward to that one just because it's a little bit different. So, but yeah, Lanterns. I'm hoping Lanterns is gonna be like maybe this is too high of expectations, but if Lanterns is like Penguin levels of good, oh man, that's gonna be I can't wait. Okay, if Lanterns is that good, uh, you know what? I'll accept Andy Muschietti. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let it go. I'll let it go. If Lanterns is that good,
Well, he's working on lanterns too.
no, no. I'm just saying in general. Like that
No.
would make me just like be like,
Oh.
yeah, like forgive everything,
Ha.
all the sins of the current DCU, for me at least, will be forgiven. It's not Prey 2. I don't think so. Badlands is like
I think there's.
it's
I
just
think they
like
said they're gonna Prey
another
too. I mean,
story in the
how many
universe.
movies did they announce of Prey?
Yeah, they did
Is
say
that
they're
even?
gonna do Prey 2. They did say that.
Did they
Yes.
announce like three or four from the Predator franchise? Three or four movies or something
I'm
like
not
the project?
sure. I thought they said there was at least two projects. And then now there's that rumor that popped up what Degrassi was saying that there's a
Mm-hmm.
second one that's finished. And the rumor is that it's a animated movie. So we'll see. I mean, there was a uh rumor that Disney is sitting on a Alien versus Predator anime that they just don't want to release. I'm not sure if Degrassi's familiar with that rumor, but that was something that I heard, and I thought that was a shame. But now it seems like, well, if both of these franchises are successful, are they actually going to do an Aliens versus Predator movie again?
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
great.
it would
I think
seem
they
like.
will. I think they do. I think the grass told me that there might have been that's in the plans that they might do Alien
Yeah,
versus
I mean
Predator.
that makes a lot of sense. I mean, the only person who's sitting up and down who's not accepting the fact that Alien Romulus made money is Grace Randolph, but does it really matter?
Hey,
I
it's
mean,
not a
she's not
horror
the one in
movie,
charge.
man. Alien is not a horror franchise.
I yeah, I really don't understand that whole take, especially when she was like the first movie is not a horror movie and it's a franchise movie, even though they didn't even know it was going to be a franchise, and it's like I don't know, it is an absolute dumbass take. Which, by the way, she did say something that if they were to bring back the Terminator franchise, I think they should make it a horror movie. Like
Yeah, that'd be
play
awesome.
more into the horror aspects. I know they didn't renew the anime. I did see some people kind of like, well, they haven't announced if it's renewed or canceled, but I think they should do a like just like a low budget um in the style of the first one, a horror Terminator movie. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, Grace Randolph just saying just who knows. Who I don't even know where and then she's like fighting everyone in her chat and you're like and she's on this idea of well you guys don't know anything. It's like what? I don't fucking get it. Yeah, yeah, she said like and then she's also like, "Oh, well Jurassic World or Jurassic Park is a horror movie." And you're like, "Well, I mean, there is a lot of That's also another thing by the way too they
Yeah,
should do. Here if anybody's interested, look up Jurassic Park um God damn, I forget what it's called. But some people are making these like short films in Blender where it's like a found footage movie in Jurassic Park and holy shit, it's fucking good. Holy crap. Like I really hope this next Jurassic World movie is more leaning toward horror because man, oh man, that shit will be fire as hell. And you might as well bring back Dino Crisis. I got a list of demands. I'm gonna have to be touring around to these companies and holding them hostage if I don't get what I
hmm
want. Because how aren't you making a horror Jurassic Park movie? Just look it up on YouTube. You guys will be impressed. This shit is good. Like holy crap. I mean the stuff that people are making in Blender is insane, but I hope. Oh, Sideways. You should come on. We should have you on to have this the rewrite because yeah, there's a lot of stuff to rewrite with the MCU.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, brand new Terminator movie would be fire for sure. Low budget horror movie. Make the animatronic kind of like almost like just like the original movie. It's got to have that really creepy stop motion effect. And I love the scene where he's in the club trying to shoot her. Like they need more stuff like that. Like forget Terminator 2. Like Terminator 2 is great. You're not going to recreate it. You might as well take the tone of the first one and do something else with it. Yeah, I seen some stuff with the kaiju too. Blender is really crazy. In terms of just the fact that people could do VFX now on such like a low, not necessarily low budget, but just like in their house. You know what I mean? Like it's something I've been kind of messing with too. So, um, but yeah, it's good stuff. People are putting out a lot of cool stuff. Um, armor.
yeah. All right.
Anything else? We're gonna wrap it
Nope,
up.
that's it. Yeah, it's two
Okay.
hours. Where can we find it blinded?
Well, I didn't stream this week. I'm sure Red is upset.
No, You're planning to
Everybody's so
stream a
sad I didn't
future
stream.
game.
Yeah, I just have like these three assignments. Like, and it's like I got another assignment today that was due today. I hate those kind of fucking assignments, and then it takes up all my fucking time. So once the assignments are done, I'm hoping by next week I can go back to normal. Hopefully, I hope, I pray. Because it's like today, the stuff I wanted to do, I barely got it done. So it's like tomorrow. Anyway, I'm rambling. You can find me on my channel. Threads. You can find me on Threads. I'm still on there, just
Yeah,
not
you better stream
super
tomorrow.
active.
All right.
I better
Thank you
stream
guys
tomorrow.
for
Damn.
thank you. He's bossing you. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment.